All right. Hello, everyone. How are you today? It's Kei. So this is the 23rd of April 2022, and this is on Saturday. So I hope you're having a great day today, and happy weekend to everyone. So yeah, I just finished the GTS and just came back to desk and starting the live stream today. So yeah, let me get ready quickly when I start. And since markets are closed today, usually Saturdays, I just do open discussion, but today I would like to talk about the importance of planning before acting, as the title says. So because whenever I start something, especially something new, I plan ahead. So I have been experiencing the power of planning. So yeah, I will set that as today's main topic. And because trading is also about planning. Before you trade, before you analyze even, you have to plan ahead. And yeah, I would like to talk about that topic today. So yeah, let me change the screen now. Okay, and before starting here, a quick disclaimer as usual. This content is basically based on my educational purposes. So when you take a trade, please do with your own risk management. And also, since this is live, if you can please follow the guidelines rules, that would be great. And recently, there are so many scammers out there using my name in social media. So in case if you receive any of these messages, please ignore. And please be careful. Okay, so in terms of the power of planning ahead, let me start from how I planned to come to Dubai. For those who have been following me for a long time, you know how I plan ahead to move to Dubai. So I used to be in Japan until the last July. I came to Dubai last July. Until last June, I was in Japan. But I have been planning to come to Dubai for 6 years actually. Because it was 2015 when I came to Dubai first time just to visit, just to sightseeing. And I liked the city so much. But before that, before thinking to move to Dubai, I was planning to relocate to the US. I was applying the visa in US, investor's visa, and but I applied 3 or 4 times, but it failed for some reason. So I decided not to go to the US anymore. But instead, I was looking for some other good place to relocate from Japan, and I found Dubai. It was 2015 I first visited Dubai, and I liked it so much. But I didn't know how to relocate. I didn't know how to, what the rules are here in Dubai, how to get the visa, and how the living style is in Dubai. So I had to do my research. So, and after I did the research in Japan, I came to Dubai again. I think it was in 2018. I came to Dubai. That was my second time. And I still like it. I still liked it, really enjoyed it. It was in summertime in July. It was super hot. But still, I went to some apartments to visit just to look into it. And I was talking with some, some local people here. And I was planning to get the visa. So, but I didn't relocate. And after that, the COVID outbreak, and then my schedule delayed. So finally, I was able to come to Dubai, get the visa last March, and then in July, I came to officially relocate to Dubai. So, and also I had to, do research on what to do in Japan. Because if I have the address physical address in Japan, then I still get taxed. So I had to sell all the properties in Japan, and I should have, no assets in Japan, no address, no assets, no insurance. So I canceled everything and then came to Dubai. So it took me another 4 months. And that's why in between March and July, it took me that time, like 3 months to come here. So, but this is, this is a long story. Actually, there's more to it. But to make long story short, this is how I plan ahead to come to Dubai. So if you have relocated to other country, you may know how difficult it is. Not only the difference in culture or language, but also the process is very difficult. So because the rules sometimes change every year, so you have to catch up on these. So this is actually the latest experience for me to know the power of planning ahead. If I just thought that I will come to Dubai, okay, let's relocate, let's say next month, then I would never be successfully come to Dubai. Just because I have money or I have any, these, asset, I can't simply come to Dubai. And I prefer to do it. I prefer to plan ahead on anything I do. And I like to spend time, sit down and have a note and pen, write out the plans, what to do, in what time, what to do, in what day, what year, what I do. I plan ahead everything and do this one by one. So otherwise, I must have been some issues after relocation to Dubai. I might still get taxed in Japan if the process something went wrong in Japan. So yeah, I really feel the power of planning ahead in this experience too. But previously too, in my life, I used to like jump into some situations just to go there and start to live. When I was in the US, I relocated to different places. And back then, I didn't plan ahead. I just liked this place. So just go there, start to live. And when I like the next place, I just jump there and start to live there. And that was within the US, so it was okay. But even so, if I have planned ahead before relocation to these different cities, I would say I had been more successful in any areas. So yeah, whenever I relocate, a plan ahead is also one of the examples. And the other one is when I pick some place to go in Dubai, let's say when I pick the place to eat for dinners, for example, I plan ahead too. I never jump into the restaurant just because I know the name. I know the name famous. I don't really go. I do my research. I want to see the comment about the reputation about the restaurant, and also sometimes I just want to pass by the front and see how it looks like. And also, even if I go into the shop, I don't usually order many things. I start to order little things first. And then if I like it, then when I come back next time, I will order for real. But yeah, sometimes when I go there first time, I will just order a few and see how it feels. And this is just my style. But yeah, I prefer to plan ahead and do little by little until I really act for real. In Japanese, we say, you knock the bridge until you cross. So that means the bridge might collapse when you just go straight. Just walk through, the bridge might collapse. So you need to hit the bridge before you cross. So I'm that type of person, and I like that way. So that's why simply I do that on almost anything I do. And I think same is true in trading. In trading, when you see the trending markets, you might think jump in. But yeah, I used to do that too. Before, when I was a newbie, I used to jump into the markets. But after some losses, after this painful experience, I decided to plan ahead before I enter, or even before screening charts, I planned in my mind. Like for example, when I read the news, when I read the, let's say, euro, news about the euro, and the euro looks to be strong, then I plan ahead that I will be buying euro today. And then in that mind, I screen charts and see if my understanding is correct or not. If it's wrong, then I correct myself. And if the euro is going down, then I will switch my mind, sell euro. But that's one of the examples before I screen charts. Or before I screen charts, I also look at the strength chart. And if one of these currencies are strong over the other currency, then I might start to look at the pair first when I first screen charts. So this is all plan ahead before I see charts and jump into the market. But before, what I was doing was, let's say when I see some trader, some famous trader in Japan, tweet about the USDJPY, he's buying. He says he's gonna buy right now at this price level. When I saw the notification, I just bought it too, without looking at the charts. It was like a copy trade, but without any plans. I used to trade like that, and I experienced so many failures back then. And even if I see charts, firstly, when I see this trending pair in a daily time frame, then simply, without looking at any information, I simply press buy because it's bullish. So that I saw the market should go up, honestly. So I bought it and it may retrace. So that's my experience in the past, how I made my mistakes without planning ahead. But now, every step I make sure to follow step by step. And I took this in the rule. And then I think that actually one of my experience in success in trading. So planning ahead is very important. Whatever you do, it's very powerful. So yeah, and this is something you can practice in your day-to-day life. Like when you, like I mentioned before, when you look for some place to eat, some place to visit, or when you plan something to purchase, then you can plan ahead. Never jump in to that situation. Just check that first and see if you like it or not. If you like it, then just go for it, but just go little by little still until you get the amount for real. So in that way, you can practice your planning, and also you can practice on your patience. In the world itself, I would say that the welcomed characteristics as a leader or as a professional is to be able to make decisions quickly. And I thought the same. I thought that if I can make the decision quickly with confidence, and I thought that will be, some character to be successful. But if you bring that to trading, then it doesn't work always. Yeah, it works against you sometimes, and it becomes painful, more painful than planning ahead and took time to decide whether to buy or sell. So yeah, so I say, like I mentioned on the video on the BNF or a CIS, or even when I did the Ichimoku 1 to 5 basic video series, I mentioned that we better trade with no emotion. We have to see charts objectively and rationally. And I think it's true. Yeah, you don't actually need the motivation. You don't need the how to say, like you don't need the passion to trade. When it comes to executing a trade, you don't need a passion. Passion sometimes becomes obstacle, and you might get stress. You might get disappointment after you took the trade with the confidence, with the passion, and when it fails. So if you can trade with less passion, less emotion, then I think that's one of the ways to stay in the market in the long run. So trading also is like a business. Like I mentioned also previously on my videos, you have to treat these positions as if they are the employees or as if they are your businesses. Like when you start the business, you can't just start it right now without any plans. Just plan ahead. If things go this way, if things go in this situation, then what are you gonna do? But if it fails, then what will be your stop loss? When you do the business, you have to plan ahead like this because money is not infinite. The money is limited. The asset is limited. So in this asset limited situation, you have to plan and you have to start the business. And not only that, when you start the business, you have to do this in the long run, unless you just start the business and just close. If you want the business to be in a long life, you have to plan ahead. But in order to do that, I think it requires these plans and also the patience to keep on going. And in this, you don't need emotion. Like when the business starts to go bad, then you just need to think where to close, when to close the business. Because if you keep running the business with losses, then your asset might be gone. And it's just like the positions. Without stop loss, you can't take a trade because you never know how far the market continues to reverse. And then you just keep reversing, and you just keep running losses, in the long run. So at some point, you have to cut the loss, and you have to cut the loss very quickly as soon as the market goes against you. Otherwise, you will be running losses in the long run, and it's not really good in psychology. So that's also the example of the power of planning ahead. So I think and the reason why I thought I'd talk about this topic today is because when I look back my own trading journey, or when I look back on my life journey, when I didn't plan ahead, then most likely it failed. And not only that it failed, but also it failed so bad. And but when I plan ahead, and when I plan, especially when to quit, when to exit, then most likely my injuries, emotion, psychology became less, and I can keep on going on my journey from there. So I think one of the bad mistakes, I would say one of the bad mistakes is that, for example, I stayed in the company for long. I stayed in the company for 5 years, and I think that was too long for me. I met my colleague who does Forex trading, and I started to trade. I started to practice, started to learn trading at my 3rd year, and then I quit my job after 2 years. After I met this colleague to start learning Forex, but I think looking back, I thought I stayed too long. Because in 1 year, after learning the trading 1 year, I remember I was already start to see some results. I was in this I was, into these seminars, and I was learning all these techniques, and I did so well. So, but I didn't quit because of, the relationship within the company, and because of my position, I couldn't quit soon. But looking back, I thought, if I quit when I see the result, then onwards, I might be successful along the way. But because I waited 1 year, after I became full-time, that was my struggle. Because in my mind, somewhere in my psychology, unconsciously, I thought I should have quit the job 1 year before. But I didn't. So it always bugged me in my mind. And it actually pushed me to trade more aggressively, to get back the lost 1 year. So I was too aggressive in trading, and I used high leverage. Well, Japan was 25 leverage maximum. I was using 25 leverage, and I was also using big account, 10,000 USD, and I kept trading, and I failed. And that was because I was rushing to make profits, to get back the lost 1 year when I was in the full-time worker. And this example also shows that I didn't plan to when exactly leave the company, in what condition I leave the company. But now, looking back, if I set the goal, let's say if I have profit factor 5 in the tester and PF 3 in the real trade average for the 3 months, then I will quit the job. If I plan ahead like that, then I shouldn't have that kind of stress afterwards. So, but I didn't have that goal to become full-time back then, and that worked against myself. So I think everything is about timing. If timing is not right, then you might fail, and you might fail big. So to get the right timing, I think we have to plan ahead. And if this plan, if your trading journey goes as you planned, then you just have to do it no matter what. You just have to quit the job and switch to full-time trader. If not, then you have to stay in the full-time worker until you see the result, and then you quit the job. So yeah, from switching from the full-time worker to full-time trader, I think one of the milestones should be profit factor 5 in a tester out of 100 trades. That's, I think, is my strategy. And also, 3 months. I would say 3 months is a bit too short, so I would say 6 months. If you have returns of 10% or PF3 every month, no matter what conditions the market might be, if you get the PF3 on your trades, so PF is profit factor, risk and reward ratio overall. In average, if you have 3 for the 6 months, then I would say it's safe enough to say that you can quit the job and switch to full-time. But these plans are very important because we are emotional in nature, so we tend to decide things by emotions. So when it comes to creating something creative, or when you do this in a daily life, it's okay. You can just make decisions by emotions, and it creates some fun, enjoyment. But when it comes to something that involves money, investing, then you have to eliminate these emotional parts, and you have to fully depend on the plans. And that was my big lesson. And I applied that concept when I relocated from Japan to Dubai, and then it worked. And so this is kind of funny story, is that after I started to be good at trading, then I started good at, let's say, like poker, or I started to be good at playing the pool. I like to play the pool. Yeah, after I came to Dubai, I do this online. You in the pool, you get the stick, and you just hit the ball and hit the ball in the pocket on the table. So I'm becoming good at the pool because I can calculate my risk and reward ratio in my mind. So I get better, much better in the pool, and also the chess. I became much better on the chess. And it works in my life too. Before, I was emotional enough to just hit the ball, and if it works, it's okay, you just get it. But if it doesn't work, you don't care, and I tend to lose in that way. But now, I don't do that. So I think playing the pool and playing chess or poker worked so well in terms of risk management, planning ahead, and it works in many areas. So basically, it helps in my life in general. When you're good at trading, then you will be good at managing your life too. And that is my experience. And this is so true, actually. It's so true. Because, yeah, I think it's all connected anyways. Yeah. Oh, okay. I see so many people here now. Thank you for joining. Yeah, but so today it's Saturday, market's closed, so I'm just talking myself like this, and hopefully you enjoy this kind of radio show style. Yeah, so what else? So when I created the Ichimoku community, also I plan ahead. I didn't create the Ichimoku community just because I know the knowledge of Ichimoku. I was always thinking how to deliver the message from what I learned from the original books, and also how to be effective in sharing the information in my community. And that was my main topic, because I don't want you to spend your time and waste your time by joining my community. It's $30 per month, and for some people it's not that cheap, and you have to pay $30 monthly basis, and you have to get what you get in return. So I feel responsibility in $30 on each, and that's why I wanted to plan ahead and what I offer in the community and how I grow the community along the way. So yeah, before I create the community, I was already thinking to write a book, my book in English, not the translation of the original books, but my own book. And I wrote that. And based on that book, I started to teach Ichimoku Basics in the community. And then I wrote some other books, Ichimoku Basic Theories, and I just wrote the Kyushu Ashi book also. And I keep sharing my Ichimoku knowledge in the community. And now I'm doing 3 times live streams per week. And there's a Q&A session. There is a market analysis live for members only, and lots of other perks. But all these, I plan ahead actually. And I have some future plans too in the community. So one by one, I do this, and I don't really jump in, and I don't want to just start the community just because I know. I don't want to do that. So it's my style. It's my style. Yeah. And also GTS too. Yeah, GTS also, I didn't really, start just because I trade myself, and just because I know how to trade, I didn't start. Actually, as for requests from a couple of members, I started the GTS. But back then, originally, it wasn't called GTS. It was called FGM, Forex Group Mentoring, and it was only 1 month. And I thought 1 month is not enough to share my full strategy, and then I extended to the 3 months. So yeah, so that's already planned ahead. But I wanted to, but I didn't want to start in 3 months first time, because I wasn't confident, because I never taught Forex teachings. I never taught about my strategies to someone in community. So I I first started 101 actually. I started first 101, tried to share my knowledge, my trading style, and then I created 5 members in 1 month, and I did it 2 or 3 times, and then I created the 3 months course. So and now these days I think 3 months is not enough, and I get these voices from the GTS members. So I'm thinking to extend it to 6 months or so. I'm not sure, but yeah, that's my plan. So, and actually, I'm thinking to create more content in the GTS and Ichimoku community, and also public too. And I have my plans. But without these plans, I can't keep going. I can't just show up like this in front of the camera and showing up in YouTube and do these live streams every day. It will be impossible. And this is, so my motivation is, of course, to help you become a non-losing trader, as this title says. My main motivation is for you to help become a non-losing trader, but also I would say, non-losing trader is important, but also a risk management part is so important. So I'm thinking to share more knowledge about the risk management and more details about the candlestick patterns, price actions, and how to draw the lines, how to see charts in multiple time frames, how to capture these reversals from higher to lower time frames. And I want to go more deeper than that, because I can feel the need in this area as I do these live streams every day. So I think, but all these are plan ahead is my topic today. I don't simply come to my mind and start do this. I never do that. It's something I wanted to share with you today. So you can practice from today when you decide something, when you decide to, let's say, order something in Amazon, or when you go somewhere with your friend, try to plan ahead. Like before, let's say when you try to purchase something from Amazon, let's say you want to purchase a supplement in Amazon, sometimes I do, and you think in this particular supplement, what price you're going to buy and what price you're not going to buy. You kind of think in your head, plan ahead, and then see the actual price. And if this price is much higher than you think, then just quit. Just, forget about it. And you might see the cheaper price on some other websites, maybe. But if you cannot plan ahead, if you don't plan ahead, then you might just jump in the supplement and just purchase it. And afterwards, you see somewhere else, that supplement will be sold cheaper price, and you may regret. So you can practice from today on this planning ahead, because most likely we are emotional in nature, so we tend to decide things emotionally, and it's said to be good in anything. That's a marketing, like emotionally decide. Marketing always attracts us in emotional side. So we are kind of conditioned by these emotional decisions, but never do this in trading. So yeah, better to plan ahead, better to take time. When it's not happening, then simply leave. And you can practice in the FOMO in this case, in this way. So I say I screen charts 3 to 5 times per day. And if I don't find any trading edges, then I simply stay away. And if I say this, someone asks me, so what if the market goes when I'm not there? And then I say, it's okay, because markets open 24 hours every day. And if I can't capture the chance today, then there should be a chance next time. So simply, I will just leave and just spend my time with a joy. So, but if I'm emotional still. And if I don't have any plans, then I might see FOMO. I might still see whenever I'm away from the charts, market's always active. When I'm at the market, then market's always quiet. Whenever I trade, the market always backwards against me. I was still thinking like that. But so planning works really in that sense. Yeah. So yeah. And then after planning ahead, and if things don't go towards what you expected, then you have to look back and you have to correct the planning. This is also important. You have to run the PDCA cycle. Yeah. So yeah, I think that's very important. You have to verify if the plans were correct, plans were working. If it's working, then you just keep on the plans. But if it doesn't work, then you have to look back the plan, revise the plan, and then try again. This is, what we say Kaizen in Japanese. Maybe you know the word Kaizen, like a Toyota way. Kaizen mindset is very important. Yeah, like Kai means to like change, and Zen means good. So Kaizen means like a good change in Japanese, directly speaking. So we have to see Kaizen, so previous plan and future plan, to compare them. The future plan should be better than the previous plan. And basically that's all we can do. Yeah, and there's no plans that works 100%. So, but we can aim for 100%. Although there's no 100%, you can aim for it. And that's also the Kaizen mindset. Yeah, tomorrow should be better than today in whatever you do. In trading also, next trade should be better than this trade. The previous trade, today's trade should be better than the previous trade. If you can keep this chain of Kaizen, improving over time, then yeah, you should be able to survive in the market in the long run. And yeah, that's what I do. Every month, I look back my own trades, and not only I look back the numbers, but also I pick the losing trades, and I look back and I always think how to improve my exits. How can I exit more quickly, or how can I improve my entry chance? I still do that after 9 years of my experience. Because if I stop it, then there is no growth. There is no growth in terms of technical ability, and also the market is not the same every time. The market changes every month, every year. So by looking back these losing trades, then I can know where exactly I was wrong. And when I improve that area and take that on the next trade, and when it works, then I know that this trade was wrong. This part was wrong, so I never do this again before. So this is basically how I, continue to keep on improving my trades still even now. And that's why you will see sometimes you can see some minor change in my strategies, entry edge, and also how to capture the trend directions by Ichimoku. I minor change also. I will add some more confirmations. I will delete some confirmations if it's not necessary anymore. And I keep improving in this way. So this is like how to be adaptive in these changing markets, just like the flow, just like the water. You have to be adaptive to changing market without any thoughts, without any emotions like that. But without planning ahead, this is also impossible. If you don't know what's wrong, then you can't come up with the idea of where to improve. So in that sense, you have to get used to looking back your own trades, and you have to get used to looking back your own losses. If you have the I think you can get the report in MT5 and MT4 from the broker. You can get the history of your trades. So yeah, today, tomorrow, when the market closes, you can look back your own trades like last week and only pick the losing trades and see how to improve these losing trades based on what I say in my day-to-day live streams or based on the book information, based on other YouTubers' informations. Try to look for how to improve on these trades. And it's okay to be theoretical. Like it doesn't have to always true. You can just as long as you can come up with the idea of what to improve, then that's fine. Then you can take that to the next trade and see how it goes. Yeah, if it doesn't go well on the next trade, then what you found on the improvement was maybe wrong. So you look back again and you look for the area to improve again and then apply to the future and see if it works. Yeah, I think I have this mindset because I have a psychology background and I used to research a lot. And I used to get statistics in my researches. And this is kind of like a scientific approach to improvements. There's no answer. There's no answer in psychology. But by taking more samples and by seeing the patterns in samples and by getting the next conclusion of how to improve, how to get other samples to at least get closer to the answer, the ultimate answer, then that's the way we should go. So I think that's also very important things to remember. Yeah, when we get emotional, we tend to forget so easily. Let's say when you trade and when you have some, 5 losses, 6 losses, 10 losses, then you may think to win back the losses, and you become emotional. But that's not the way we should trade. Yeah. Yeah, Kaizen means improve continuously. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, constant improvement. Yeah, and continuous improvement. And it doesn't end. It doesn't end. There is no end in improvements. That's Kaizen mindset. Whenever I set the goal for a year, I apply this concept too. So I never set the goal in terms of how much pips I gain per year, how much profit I gain by year. I never set this kind of goal. I set the goal to improve myself from yesterday trades or the previous trades. And that is my goal. And that goal is happening every year. Every year. And it never ends. Until I pass away, it never ends like that. So yeah, that's very important. If we stop learning, if we stop improving on something, then I think that's the end of the game. Yeah, that's why we have to keep learning, we have to keep reading books, we have to keep absorbing more information, we have to keep practicing, experiencing in the right way towards your direction of improvements to your goal. And that's the only way to keep on going in the long run. So there's no goal. There's no goal. Yeah, Eduardo, you're welcome on your message. Yeah. Thank you so much for everyone. Thank you for the comments. Yeah. This is, I think, and like I mentioned, it actually applies to whatever you do in your life. You can improve your life quality in that way too. You can improve on your relationship too. If you have this mindset of Kaizen, without blaming someone, without blaming markets, we have to just keep on improving on what we do. Because most likely the problem is in ourselves, in myself, not the market, not someone else. The problem should be within myself. So looking back humbly is very important. So yeah, I think that's something that I want to share today. So yeah, this is Saturday and market's closed. It was like free talk, but I think this is very important topic. So I just wanted to do this today. So I guess yeah, I will end the live. So thank you everyone for today's participation. And for those Ichimoku members, I will see you in about 15 minutes. And for those for public members, I will see you tomorrow on the weekly forecast. So until I see you next time, either way, please stay healthy and stay safe and stay gold. Right, bye for now. Mata ne. Thank you.